Good morning. Good morning, patriots. Good morning, Freedom Dads community. Good morning, the world. Hope you're all good. Middle of the week. Not a good time for some people. Some people like it because half the week's gone. Some people don't like it because they've still got half a week to go. Every day's a Freedom Dad day. I'm just going to make a coffee. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A wee early one just for a wee change, guys, just in case any of our community keep missing the lives because they're not available. So try and just mix it up a wee bit. Good morning, Gary. Freedom, Dad, and Tulip and Boy are doing great. Tulip's next to the radiator. She's getting cozy there, so she is. She knows the best spot in the house, guys, so she does. That wee radiator's cooking, so it is. It's just coming on. Morning, Julie. Morning, John. Morning, Eddie. Hope you're all good. Just got the kettle on. You might hear a wee bit of noise in the background. sorry, Nikki Jane. I haven't, but see, I'm not surprised. There's not a part of me like shocked or you know what I mean. And I will look at it. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I will definitely have a look at that. Have you seen PM? So Nikki Jane. So I'll just read it out for people that aren't seeing the comments later on when they're watching this live. So Nikki Jane, have you seen Prime Minister's speech thanking Muslims for their contributions and knows how hard it's been for them? What? What's going on? Jeez, oh man. What is there? I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm a logical guy, right? This is honestly, you know that, right? And I just look at life logically. Don't think too deep into stuff, you know what I mean? Just what you see is what you get, you know what I mean? And sometimes some things take a closer look. Some things are a wee bit more complicated than others, understandably. But, you know, please believe me, right? I'm just going to read this again, guys, right? Have you seen, this is from Nikki Jane, have you seen Prime Minister's speech thanking Muslims for their contributions and he knows how hard it's been for them? Now, I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm just going to say this. See if there was Muslims being persecuted in this country, see if there was mosques being attacked, it would be all over BBC News, Sky News, Channel 4 and The Guardian and Nick Lowell's and Henry, and you would be non-stop. You wouldn't be able to get it off your TV or your mobile phones or your laptops or your tablets, okay? Right, so, but I'm just going to put that right to bed, and the nonsense that comes out of our president, fucking I wish, Prime Minister, you know what I mean? And it's just a rhetoric. It's the build-up to the Islamophobia laws, right? So that's what this is. This is a build-up. Anything you see coming out of the far left right now, Labour government, this is a build-up. They're preparing us to bring in laws so we cannot criticise Islam at all. So anything happens, any crimes, any terrorist attacks, you can't mention anything like that, you know what I mean? You're just going to have to go along with what they're saying. Well, it's not a terrorist attack, you know, it's not a Muslim. You know, that this is what we've seen them do. This is what they go with. If they've already done it, they're going to keep doing it. You understand? So we can just see there's nothing's going to change. Things are going to get worse. We see 1,000 boats come in this week. You know what I mean? 1,000, another 1,000. You know what I mean? And I don't look at that 1,000. I look in 20, 30, 40 years' time. That's what I'm looking. I'm looking because there's no, I'm not, I can look after myself. You can look after yourselves, but we've all got kids and granddaughters, right? And it's our job on this earth today, as we breathe, live, and have a wee bit of strength about us, that we make sure we make us a positive and safe future for our children as best we can. And if this is all it is, if this is the best I can do, then fucking hell mend me, it's the best I can do. You know, but at least I'm doing something. I'm trying my best, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's all about protection. It's all about what we know growing up as young kids and what we experience in life, the traditions, the culture, the community, You know what I mean? The parks, the kids running about, all safe. We had to be bogeyman stories just to keep our kids safe. You know, in Northern Ireland, it was the IRL are driving about in a van. You know, so the kids didn't go too far, and there was a wee bit of fear there. You know what I mean? And the Republicans done the exact same to their kids, and it's the bogeyman for some people, and all sorts of wee stories that we tell our children to try and keep them safe without scaring them too much, but just to let them know there is dangers out there without going into detail. You know, so that. The whole process of life for me is everything is focused on my daughter. It's where I get the strength to do this, guys. I'm telling you, I've been involved in stuff all my life, and I promise you, I've never had my photograph taken. All the sentences, all the court cases, never once did they get my photograph, and they tried. Please believe me, they never once had a photograph, because this is before Facebook, guys. You know, because I got out of jail, and I got 18 years for the bank robberies. I got out of jail, and the internet arrived. You know, that was my introduction. You all had gradually got used to it. I was dropped right in the middle of it, you know, and you know, so yeah. So I'm just giving you a wee bit of context here, you know what I mean, about what's going on. That's that comment from Nikki, you know, the Prime Minister saying, have you seen, he's thanking the Muslims for their contributions, and he knows how hard it's been for them. You know, it's like, it's not hard. I know Muslims. I speak to Muslims. You know. Thanks, Gary. Thank you. So I know you're all saying good morning, everybody. Bluebell, good morning. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, Nikki. Yep. Cag, did you get my message on X? Very important, buddy. I will have a wee look. Is it the same name? Is it the same name? I will have a wee look. I'll need. Am I following you? I need to follow you. We need to be following each other for a message to be able to get through. Like I say, leave a comment. Just leave a comment. Just go to my pinned video. You know what I mean? Who is Freedom Dad? It's the video on the top. When you go into my profile, it's the first video we see. Who is Freedom Dad? You don't need to watch the video. Right? You've probably seen it. So just go into the comments bit and leave a wee comment. Hey, Freedom Dad, it's me. You know what I mean? From YouTube. That's it. That's all you need to do. And then I'll go straight to you. I'll follow you, and I'll send you a message and go, hey, how you doing? Okay, and that's us connected. So, and it's there for if anybody's needing to reach out, any problems, or anybody wants to talk, you know what I mean? Or anybody wants to ask me something personal, you know? I'm here to answer anything at all, you know what I mean? Anything you might hear, just come and speak to me. Just come and speak to me. Oh, boys up the stairs. Oh, I've just heard him in the wet room peeing. Slipped out, so he has. He bugger, so he is. At least it's in the bathroom, you know what I mean? I'll just bleach it all down. Hi Eddie, yep, I'm just going to say hello to everybody, and I will cover my latest video. It just went up. Bit annoyed about it, like, to be honest with you. I just want to get some feedback from you, because maybe I'm missing stuff. I know there's certain things you can't say, but you know, we can't live like this. We can't like try and do things to suit other people, because we won't ever do what we want to do. You get me? It's impossible to talk about things if you're not allowed to say certain words. What's the point of even trying, you know? Very cool. Yeah, and the problem is, this is the problem that I'm seeing, right? Because you got to understand, I'm talking from a guy who loves Muslims, right? But please believe me, you don't never ever get mistaken by that. I know Muslims. I know Muslims that if we were together, you would be like, wow, you'd be adding them and you'd be wanting to talk to them. Amazing human beings. I promise you guys. It's just the way the government is doing more harm. It's like the LGBTQ, right? Look at the way they push that. They push that onto everybody. The way that the diversity and the more than two genders and men and women's sports, and there's women getting seriously injured because of it. You know, and you can see what's happening. You can see, you know, I struggle with some of my friends to say, whoa, you know what I mean? Whoa, that's not their fault. No, don't take it out on them. just because you're getting annoyed with what you're having to see and what's going on in the primary schools and the schools. It's not them. I know transgender people, and they're as horrified as we are. They know the implications of what's going on by our government. They know the damage it's doing. We can see what's happening in America, the split, the divide. It's the same with Muslims, guys. Exactly the same. They're as horrified as we are. The moderate, decent human beings in this country that came here to enjoy our traditions, our culture, to live like us and integrate are horrified, as horrified as we are of the rhetoric of our government and the way they're pushing things. You can't ram stuff down people's face. You got to remember, like I don't know what it is at the minute. I'm going to throw what I think roughly what it is at the minute, and I don't know how far out I'm going to be. This is my personal opinion for entertainment and educational purposes only. It's just the word of a guy who's been in prison, children's homes, and has had a shitty time yet, and just had to see the world logically to survive and read people to survive, and use instincts. Because I had nothing else. I had to use what God gave me to get through life. Please believe me, that I have. It's the best way I've ever been able to explain it. Right now. And it's blown me off now. It's blown me off. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But you can see I'm emotionally attached to all this because of my daughter. It's nothing else. It's not about likes and views and fucking fame or nothing like that. I'm terrified of all that side of it. I do this and try and keep it small so you can go out and do yours bit. You know what I mean? Even if you talk to one person or get one person online or start doing videos or start leaving decent comments down where people are paying attention to what you're saying, little small things like that all make a difference. Yeah, so what I'm talking about is the Muslims. Sorry, right? So the way they're pushing the rhetoric, right? So I say it's 70. I reckon it's 70% to 30% in this country right now. That's what I think. Maybe 75%, maybe 75% of British nationals to foreigners. That's roughly. And I don't know. You might need to do your own research, guys. You know what I mean? It's really, really difficult to try and nail this one down. You know what I mean? Yeah, you probably did, mate. You probably did. Just with the baby yesterday, bro. It hasn't been normal routine, so it hasn't. When the baby's here, it's like, honestly, I don't really do the phone unless I can do a wee live and I can feed her and just let you see her, because obviously I'm here for her. At the end of the day, why would I hide her? You know what I mean? Obviously I'm aware of my safety issues and that, but I know who I am. I know who I am and I know who I have around me, and I also know who Katie is and I know who she has around her. So we're pretty safe as far as, safe as houses, guys. You know what I mean? 100%. You know what I mean? I've been a lot unsafer. I'm not going to be unsafe because of this carry-on. I was a lot unsafer because of the carry-on in Ornell in the last 40 years. Please believe me. But yeah, so at the end of the day, like the majority, 110%, the majority of this country is British people born and bred, nationalities that go back ancestors, hundreds of years. Okay, that's the majority of this country. And when you push anything against a majority and force a majority to do something, it's like the conflict in Northern Ireland. It's like what I say about the IRA and all, and the Republicans demanding their country back, and bombings and shootings and like kicking your front door. And I lived here 100 years ago, I want my house back. Or instead of just knocking the door and, all right, mate, tell you what it is, and come in, have a cup of tea, sit down, have a wee dialogue, have a chat. Not saying we're going to get any solutions, but at least we're going forward. The door isn't getting slammed in a hingy and I'm shooting back at him. That's escalated. You get me? And this is what I don't understand. It's being pushed in a direction that is it's being escalated in so many different ways, and people don't really understand it. And people are coming out and saying certain things, and they're being overwhelmed. And with that overwhelming and the lack of education or knowledge of political or religious things or how immigration and irregular immigration works, things can go wrong pretty quickly. And I can see that, just as me, you can see that. And it doesn't make any sense. If you're wanting to introduce us to something like this, bring it in gradually. But show us the good. Show us what's good. What can we benefit from this? You know, that's as high logically you would go forward. You wouldn't just come out and start putting people in jail and giving them millions of pounds and constantly going, oh, poor yous. Oh, we're so sorry for what you are going through. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? 80% of taxi drivers, you know, there's so many different things that they're doing okay. They're, you know, nice houses, BMWs, Audis. You know, you go into some of these areas and you can see how well they're doing. Yes, there's poverty everywhere. You know, but has a group of a community, has a group of community go, with my logical view of what I see just in Glasgow, where the leafy areas, the really affluent areas, the big, really nice 5-6 bedroom houses, predominantly Muslim areas in some parts of Glasgow, they're doing really well. Other Glasgowians always pointed out how well they're doing. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's an England thing. Guys. Maybe I'm just not versed enough in what's going on in England. Maybe there's mosques getting things done to them and there's people getting attacked on the streets. And maybe there's stuff going on I just don't know about. Maybe you can fill me in if you know if there's any persecution of any community in this country right now. Apart from what I can see, logically, the Jewish community. You know, I don't know how many times I've looked at the TV and go, oh my God, I can hate to be a fucking Jewish person in England right now, or London. I'd be terrified to be Jewish. Is that right? Is this? That doesn't make any sense. Where's you're who's persecuting the Jewish people? It's not us. Fucking the Jews have been here for hundreds of years. We haven't fucking. The only people I know persecuted the Jews was the Germans. And I don't even know what that was about. I can't even get my head around that. What harm does a Jewish person do, really? Never mind what's going on in Israel and Netanyahu or whatever his name is. You can't blame people in Great Britain for that. They don't live there. They're here because they don't want to be there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's very, very strange. I'm sorry I jumped on that, but thank you for that comment. And thank you, Eddie, for sending me it. But like I say, just when the baby's here, guys, I really don't do any research. If there's any tally time, it'll be a wee half hour of cartoons to maybe give me time to get bottles ready, clean up, do something, you know what I mean, get a pram ready to take her out, you know, so, because I'm constantly, like, I don't want to put her in front of the TV, you know, I really don't, like, you know what I mean, we're really trying to avoid that, and so there's a lot of work, a lot of focusing on our words, trying to get our words out, getting her to understand and breathing, right, when how she speaks, and just trying to, I know it sounds nuts, but it is working, I promise you. She's 3 months old, right? Well, 4 months old coming. And I'm looking at her and I go to her, right? I go, mum, 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 mum. And then I touch her chest and I go, your turn. And then she tries. And she never tries until I say your turn. So there was that interaction. And then there's the interaction where she hides. You know, if mummy leaves her or not, it's no joke. Like, mummy goes away to the horse and she's left there with me and mummy comes back. I'll have her in my arms, right? And Katie will like that, hello. And she just buries her head into my shoulder. And I go like that, oh, and then she'll bring her head back and look at her mum. Mum go, what is it? And then she'll bury her head back. And it is amazing. Just communication. That blows me away. So any chance I get with my baby, guys, I'm communicating. I'm trying to teach her. And that's what it's going to be like from the moment, from now, from here on in, any chance I get with my baby, I will be focusing on teaching her to grow and become a good person in life. Simple as that. So you have to forgive me if I do miss some things. And I need a coffee. Okay, so you're all saying hello. Hi, Eddie. Hi, Lucy. Eddie goes, so I've heard yesterday Zelensky has kissed, he's fully on board with Trump and now all the... Yes, Eddie cool. So Eddie cool. So I've heard yesterday Zelensky has kissed the rug. He's fully on board with Trump and now all the Euro Muppets are standing naked. Yes, they are indeed, mate. They are indeed. Truthfully, good morning, Lucy. Good morning, Giovanni. Truthfully, guys, it still worries me. They've got a wee bee in their bonnet and they aren't happy. And they're choking to get troops in there. They're choking to get troops. But the good thing is, once there's peace, there's peace. You know? Once there's peace, there's peace. Lee, British Patriot Lee, put out a really good post yesterday. I shared it on X. Absolutely amazing post. You need to go and see it. Go and have a wee look at Lee's, Patriotic Lee. And yeah, amazing. Explains it, shows you the map of Europe and explains what the problem is without saying anything else. You just need to watch a video with no words, and that will explain to you why Russia is so pissed off and why we are wrong. And our Stormer constantly going, Putin is the aggressor. Remember, Putin's the one. Yeah, if you poke somebody and pop somebody in the nose and take their family out and throw petrol thingies at their house, they're going to come out and bop you back eventually. You can't then moan on TV that Putin's the aggressor, remember? Yes, we know he's the aggressor because of yous. If you had stayed away and just stayed back like you promised, there wouldn't be none of this. None of this at all. And then, once he's got that started with Ukraine, that he knew it was going to start, he's hit him with all the sanctions. And he's got billions and trillions from them. You basically stole from them all. So you did. To fill your pockets, to fill our pockets, to then give to Zelensky. And you wonder why Russia's angry, you know? Eddie, back in the late 80s, I was working as a delivery driver in Kent in a kebab shop. It was a new concept then, and we done very well. But the owners were Kurdish. See, I like the Kurds, you know. I have done a wee bit of work with the Kurds back and through online stuff, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they did fight ISIS, you know, and you know they done a lot more than people realize, and they suffered a lot more than people realized, and they're still suffering today, guys. No problem, Sue. Yeah, every 2 weeks we get a visit. Yeah, they would have 2 to 3 illegals straight off the bottom of trucks and drop them to. Yeah, well, that would be the PKK. Yeah, that would be to finance and stuff. You know what I mean? Because like they were never really supported until the Iraq and Syria thing. They were never really recognised. You know what I mean? They'd been there plodding away, fighting extremists for a long time. You know what I mean? You know, to be honest with you guys. Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Sean Ray has got a YouTube channel, guys. Please get on there, subscribe, and give her some support, just like you support me, please. Yeah, it's John. My wife showed me the difference when speaking to children. Leave a gap for them to make a sound or interact. Yes, because I've noticed. I'm not going to say any names, right? But I've noticed others no giving her a chance. You know, they just constantly talking. You're not giving her a chance. You've got to pause. You've got to stop and give her the opportunity. And that's her learning. It basically is learning when to speak, you know, because you don't want her trying to speak over people. You want her to know when somebody stops speaking, you can speak. You know, it's something so simple. And, you know, I think it's amazing. Like, I'm, to be honest with you guys, part of my prayer every night is giving thanks to God, you know, for having this opportunity, you know, and I don't sort of dwell on the fact that I should have had a baby earlier and stuff like that, and, you know, a bit younger, so I can hopefully spend more time. Hopefully God gives me plenty of time with Lucky, but, you know, it is concerning for me being 55, you know what I mean, and in 20 years I'll be 75, you know, and 5 years away from 80, you know what I mean? How mobile will I be? Will I be able to protect her? Will I be strong enough to protect her? What will it be like being in a situation where maybe I'm not as mobile and not as strong and not able to protect my daughter? You know, things like that worry a man. You know, these are just, I think, common things that men worry about that maybe we don't talk about as much. And yeah, but at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. You know, it wasn't there for me when I was younger because of the lifestyle I had, and, you know, that was the man I am, and I was aware how dangerous it would have been for me and my baby, you know what I mean, and other things, you know what I mean, that stopped me having children, stopped me even thinking about having children. Hello, Johnny. Okay, I missed you. I was like rushing. I seen a message come up, and I goes, I need to message you, but I end up trying. I put up a live, and then it was round the wrong way, so I had to cancel it, delete it, and put up an hour live. Yeah, the Kurdish and the Turks don't really get on, like on-off relationship sort of thing. Yes, Putin is opening its doors. Believe it or not, you're not going to believe this. Like, this happened a wee while ago. It's less than a year ago, so I'm not going. I don't know exactly, but yeah, Lucy, yeah, President Putin has opened his doors to anybody from the Western world that wants asylum from Great Britain and anywhere else in Europe. Yeah, you couldn't make it up. Like, you couldn't make it up. You know. Yeah, there's a lot of people live in Russia. A lot of British people live in Russia. You know what I mean? And it's nothing what you think. It is nothing what you think. It is actually a really nice place to live. You know, obviously there'll be dodgy areas, but Russians on a whole are really nice people. They're just basically like us. You know, there's not much difference. They're a wee bit louder and a wee bit more extreme on certain things. You know what I mean? Just with my experience with them, meeting them when I've been abroad. Proper kebabs, Giovanni. Well, proper kebabs, Talga. Do we really know what's in a kebab? You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Unless you see it getting built and layered out, the way they layer them. I don't know. They would bring vids, scarves, and donations. Yeah, that was pretty much. They were a big thing. I don't know if any of you have seen there's a program going about London gangsters. Well, it's actually all right. So it is, I've watched it, so I think it's on BBC, but I think, obviously I watched it online, and I think there's 3-4 episodes. It's quite good, and it's about gangsters and London, and the Turks are involved in that, and the Kurds are involved in that one as well. So if you watch that, it's actually a really good show. If anybody can know the name, throw the name up, guys, for everybody. Did indeed. Canada opened the borders for us. Anybody wants to go? You heard that Article 5 cannot be in the Ukraine situation. Yes, I've heard that. Because they've got to attack a European, a country, a NATO country on their own soil. They can't. It's just, yeah. So if our troops are over there and Russia kill our troops, then they can't thingy Article 5 and create a war, because our troops need to be on our soil, or they need to be on the soil of a NATO country. Ukraine isn't a NATO country, so that keeps that out. So that's a wee bit of breathing space for us all, guys. I need a coffee. Yeah, he was on the speech in Russia. Well, morning, William. But John Capone, it's how I pass my time. Gio, I don't have another interest at all, man. This is amazing. You can't have a better interest, mate. You're on top of your game right now. This is what you don't realise. Laddies don't realise. You've got the opportunity to watch whatever you want. You've got the opportunity to turn on your phones and your TVs, and you have the choice, and you choose to do this. You do not know how big a deal that is. You really don't. Some of you don't give yourselves enough credit. You really don't. This is huge. What you're doing for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for your country, without asking for any reward. It's next second to none, guys. You sit there and you do. People know your politics and all, but you aren't out there like me. You know what I mean? And you are like the silent heroes. You are. You sit there, you subscribe, you comment, you love, and I know you are having affairs. I know that. I know it's not just me. You know what I mean? And I know it's not me, it's you. I'm joking. But no, you know what I mean? But you are there doing so much on so many different platforms, and with Paul and Paz and British Slaughterer and Dino Bean and all the rest of them. And so, I hate calling out names because I always leave loads of people out, and it's not for, Gobster, Arthur. And that's it. I'm not going anymore, right? You all know the rest. And yeah, amazing. That is amazing. And honestly, guys, people like me, there's millions of people like me right now who, just because they don't have platforms, are thinking exactly what I'm thinking. They're blown away by the amount of people coming out online to fight for their country and fight for maybe lucky. Even if you don't have kids, you're there for maybe lucky. And that's amazing. And I cannot thank you enough, and not enough YouTubers actually take time out to actually say these things to these people, to use all to their YouTubers. They don't take any time out to actually sit down and say, this is what it means, and give people encouragement and make people's chest grow up when they're watching and think, there's so many people have got the voice, have got the words, have got power, yet they don't use it. They don't use it. for the right things. You know what I mean? It's all about getting content out and getting people clicking and getting people watching and all the rest of it. There's nobody really sitting down and talking deeply about what's going on and about what it means and what it means for music. Paul does, and like Paul Thorpe does. I've heard Paul go deep. You know what I mean? I have. I've heard Paul go deep a few times. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure Paz has a few times in the past as well when he's been, obviously PTSD and all that, ups and downs, the roller coaster. Quite a lot of guys that use YouTube to combat their mental health, just like I do. You know what I mean? And a lot of you wouldn't even know. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this now. And this, you can take this to the bank. Any YouTuber that's ex-army that does this, half of it will be for themselves, for their mental health. And that's why I always ask you to get behind every ex-soldier. Even if the content isn't up your street completely, at least just jump on when you see him and give it a few minutes. You know what I mean? Even fast forward it and watch the last 5 minutes. It might come across that you've watched the whole film on the algorithms. Give it a wee love. Hit the wee bookmark even, you know what I mean? If you don't bother going back to your bookmarks, but they're always handy. Bookmarks are always handy to go back and have a wee look at. If you ever want to do videos, bookmarks are great to research because you're bookmarking stuff that you like, that interests you, that has a wee spark in your head. That wee spark's set for a reason. Don't ignore them wee sparks. Right, please. There's a reason you get that wee spark when you get interested in something. Follow it. Keep doing it. I'm going to go to the comments once more, and then I'm going to make a coffee. You're talking amongst yourselves. That's good. Hi, Charlie. Welcome in. Gary, yeah, that doesn't fill me full of confidence and relaxation. Yeah, you got to understand, Gary. Honestly, I know some of you like, I know you might think that like being a big YouTuber and all that. I promise you, it's not what it's cut out to be. I'm telling you now. I've seen the doubt in some YouTubers' faces when they get big, you know what I mean? And how hard it is and the hate that you get. When you've got hundreds of thousands of people on your channel, you say one thing wrong, you're just getting bombarded with hate and loads of people. People unsubscribing hurts. It does. You hear people saying it. Oh, I done a video yesterday and I lost quite a lot of subscribers. They're not just saying that flippantly. It hurts them. It really does, And there's all sorts of things can come from that. You can get, if, you block somebody or you get, I'm having a bad day and a comment comes up that's really nasty to me and I just let rip, I could create a hater that would ruin my life. You understand? I'm just constantly fake accounts, constantly putting fake stuff up about me. Things can go so wrong so quick. And it's not about, I know you're saying, but fucking it's just haters, you know what I mean? But it's about me, who I am. I'm not that kind of guy that can deal with that, I don't think, you know what I mean? I just don't think I am, guys, to be honest with you. I'm just human. I need love, you know what I mean? I need attention a wee bit, you know what I mean? I need positive vibes. I'm just being brutally honest, you know what I mean? Fucking hell, man, it's like, it's just who I am, the way I've been brought up and what I've been through, you know what I mean? And it's not like attention like what I don't I don't need negative attention. I wouldn't do it if it was bad. I wouldn't get up in the morning like this and be happy and look forward to seeing you and listening to you and hearing what you are saying and have a laugh. That would go because I would be worrying. I'd be worrying about every video, be worrying about things. And, there's lots of stuff that, maybe one day I'll be strong enough. Maybe one day with you behind me, I'll be strong enough. Who knows? But right now, I'm so happy. I'm so content. And I promise you guys, I've always been like that. I learned, and this is why I learned in the jail, right? I was in a jail once, and I was like, didn't like it. So I played up to get moved, right? Hit somebody, hit a screw, whatever, boom, off I went. And I ended up going from the frying pan into the fire. And I was like sitting in the fire, ablaze, going, what have I done? Okay? So that lesson early on in life set me up for the rest of my life. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, if you're truly happy and content, this happiness is really difficult to find, proper happiness, you know what I mean? And just everything's just right. Katie, baby, YouTube channel, community, everything's just right. You know, there's nothing going wrong. Everything's for my life, the way I look at my life going back, and the hassles and the trouble and the shit and the fucking life-threatening situations that I got myself in. You can understand why would I want to change anything right now? So it's not that I don't want to grow. I sort of do, but I'm not ready to grow. And I think being honest and open is the best way here. So everybody understands, you know, why I am the way I am, why I'm not constantly putting stuff up here, there, and everywhere, and getting used to screen recording, do all that shit, because that's what other guys do. That's how people start. There's with things that you can do. There's things that I could do with yous, that I could ask yous to do for me, but could grow this channel within a month. We could probably double the numbers within a month, quite confidently, you know. And when we're ready, we will. Just not ready right now, you know. Lots of things need put in place. Lots of other security, and need to be in a better financial position as well. You know what I mean? So going forward, I've got loads of ideas, loads of opportunities, and loads of things I want to do, and we will know when it's right to do them. That's all I'm going to say. And I just hope you can go along with that and just grow with me steady, slowly, you know, and I apologize that it's like that, you know what I mean? But I think it's the best for me, and I think it's the best for our community. And I think we can do a lot more small going out the way than big and not getting enough done inside. You get me? Because it'll just be rhetoric. It'll just be content. It'll just be, how can I keep up with hundreds or thousands of comments, guys? You know, trying to find you amongst all them people. You know what I mean? And then you've got all the people who are just coming on to hate Muslims and just coming on to hate this, that, and the other. And then they see me talking about Muslims and then they hate me. That, you know, I do not need that. I really don't, you know. But kettle on, cup of coffee. Yeah. Comment those. Comments are going fast today, guys. The comments are going fast. I am missing some. Hello, Charlie. I've said hello. Yes. Morning. Jivanis. Sir Bob. Sir Bob, we're calling you. Welcome, Sir Bob. Welcome to our community. There's things, yes, John Giles, there is things being said and floating about, and everybody's trying to keep a wee bit quiet about it, you know what I mean, before the far left get on the it. You know what I mean? So yeah, things are going in the right direction. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like what I'm hearing, you know, and I have spoke to some people personally about it, because we have to be careful we don't mess anything up, you know. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to say no more about it. Like, I'm just hoping this review goes in the opposite direction that other YouTubers are saying. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks, Lucy. Tools will always be tools. I'm just quickly about these comments, because I've been speaking and you're probably replying to me speaking. So I need to have a bit of respect here and take a wee bit of a minute. It's always too hot anyway. Give it a wee minute. Tools will always be tools. They've got nothing better to do. It's part and parcel of having a channel. Let them say what they want. You're right, Sir Bob, and you're right. You know, hello, John. I will, John. I will. They're working on Tommy's next court case. Brilliant, Shell. Brilliant. I look forward to each day now. Freedom Data. Brilliant. Thank you, Gary. And honestly, it's the same way. Like same way. I was going to do a video, and then I thought I was going to do a video just about bits and pieces, nothing really big. And then I thought to myself, what's the point doing a video? Because this is a video, and we can talk to each other. You know, so it's a lot better. It makes a lot more sense. It really does. Like 3,640 subs. That's a lot of people. Look at a football away with over 3,000. Yeah, it is a lot of people. You know, it really is. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm really, really grateful. I really am. Like, I would take things thick and get barred in no time and possibly stuck in the jail. Yeah, you would, John. I'm not getting 110%. You would last a week. I'd say the first day you'd probably get away with. The second day you'd get loads of followers because of what you're saying, and then the third day you'd get a left hard on, and they'd report you, and that would be it. That would be it. No one has a perfect past. This channel and Eddie is brilliant. Thank you, mate. Thank you. It's hard for us with mental health when people are negative towards us. It's because it triggers all the time our lives when we have had negative stuff. It's hard because I'm going to get back there. I'm going to keep that there. Try not to throw too many comments up. You talk to each other. Talk away to each other, right? But if you're wanting to ask me a specific question, wait till I scroll to the top. I'm going to say to you, if there's something you want to say, please just wait until I say, because I'll miss it. I'm going to pause it at Lucy's, right? Because Lucy's just like me. Lucy's been through an awful lot. And, you know, an awful lot, guys. Exact same, just me, but a female, okay? Just me, but a female, bro, guys, honestly. So I always like to give Lucy a wee bit more time, and I'm not doing favoritism. You know what I mean? Eddie does a lot behind the scenes as well. I know. I'm just going to clear this up. I don't know if it makes any effect with anybody, but I try not to favour anybody. But sometimes, because of the activism and because of me and the input and output, then sometimes I do focus on other people a wee bit more. Some people I've known for an awful long time, and it's nothing personal, guys. But I love you all, and I'll try to cover every single comment, especially if it's important or something that warrants everybody knowing. And because there's a lot of people watch it live when it's not live, and I don't think they get to see the comments. So I've got to read them out so people know. There's no point somebody watching this live and me just sitting blabbering away and just reading random things out. I think it's important that the people watching it know where it's come from, because then they get to know you as well. You know, believe it or not, you know, this is what it's all about. Right, coffee. Oh, please tell me I brought my cup down. Right, because we're going to have to talk amongst yourselves. I need to go up and get my cup. I'm going to go up and get Boy. Oh, look at that. Get in there, mister. Come on. Oh, I heard you. There's the guilty man there. He doesn't know I've heard him. He thinks he's got off scot-free because I'm right above the toilet. Yeah, I heard you. Fucking came down this morning and left the door open for him. I came into the kitchen, it was freezing. Yeah, you're some boy. Right, chill up, I'm coming back. Come on, coming back, in you get. Some boy, honestly. There's some boy. Yeah, so he pisses pissed in the bathroom. It's a 3-floor walk-in bathroom because of obviously my mother-in-law, and he pisses up against as he goes in and he lifts his leg up against the tiles and it runs down into the drain. You know, I suppose it's handy, like, you know what I mean, but I don't like it. And it is because he's old, and he is a stud. He is a stud. He is responsible for quite a lot of puppies. And when a bitch is in heat, that's the way he behaves, and that's just him. Whoa, that's a bit much coffee. Okay. Right, guys, let me just get this comment back up and then I'll float through the comments. Shit, I've lost it. Oh, here we go. Lucy Cole, it's hard for us with mental health when people are negative towards us. It's because it triggers all the times in our lives when we have had negative stuff. It's hard. Right, so what basically Lucy is saying, because I totally understand where she's come from, some people mightn't. No matter where we go in life, because of mental health, because of what we've been through and how we look at people and how we don't let nobody get away with nothing. especially people in authority, council workers, doctors, dentists, anybody, social worker, screws, prison officers. We do not stand for nothing. And I can't explain it. The amount of trouble I've had from all sorts of people and officials because of my attitude. But my attitude only warrants their attitude. You get me? I only react to an action. I don't walk about being a bully. I don't walk about being bad to people. I'm not a nasty person. I've got nothing but love and kindness. And because I'm like that, I expect others to show some sort of courtesy. And just because you're in a position of power doesn't give you the right to look down your nose at me. And that's the problem that we have with mental health, where other people can take that and accept that because they're trying to get something, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a counsel, whether it's a dentist, whether it's a lawyer. You're trying to get them to do something that benefits you. So you're capable to keep a lid on it. We're not. People with mental health aren't capable. And that's why people like us don't get to see doctors, because when we lose it on the phone, they put the phone down and blacklists. That's why people like us struggle to get any help from councils or social benefits, because, again, when we swear or get angry, they put the phone down on blacklists. When I've tried to phone the social benefits to get any help, once I put my name and my date of birth into the automated service, the phone goes dead. And I've done it that many times just to show people, because some of my mates don't believe me. You know what I mean? My mother-in-law, my Katie's all seen it, And that's all because I told them I recorded my calls. And I was just so fucking annoyed, that they were just blatantly lying to me, saying one thing, and then when I called them out, then they said they didn't say it. And it was in one phone call, backtracking. Because they've met somebody with a wee bit of intelligence that knows his way about life a wee bit, knows what I'm entitled to. They met somebody like that and they didn't like it. And this is just the person on the phone to try and get what you're trying to get further on. So that's what Lucy's talking about. It is really, really difficult, guys. Really, really difficult. And I'm quite sure Lucy's not on her own. I'm not on my own. I'm quite sure quite a lot of these are like that and understand what I'm saying. Let me find Lucy's again so I can work my way down. Thank you, Sir Bob. Thank you for that. Yeah, rejection. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And Lucy, if you want to get a wee chat later on the day, please just drop me a wee message on X. We'll get it up. We'll chat on the phone if you want, It is hard. It is really, really difficult. It's always difficult, It's difficult not being able to get help. It's difficult being stuck on your own with nothing. And the people that are meant to help you won't help you because they can't handle your mental health. And that's the saddest thing in the world. People with mental health need their doctors, but the people with mental health are the ones that aren't phoning their doctors. See, you wished the Muslims happy Ramadan, but couldn't wish the Welsh a happy St. David's Day. Correct. He did. They did, And we could go on. There's a list of things that they don't recognise from us anymore. Hello, Helen. I hope you're keeping well, Freedom. That I am indeed. Thank you so much for popping in. We're all doing great right now. Ups and downs with what's going on with Ukraine, but Trump seems to have that at hand. Obviously, we're a wee bit worried about Britain and all that. But when we looked at the figures, I brought to you the other day about the British troops saying that we're 150,000. It's not even 200,000 troops that we've got compared to Russia's 1.5 million and China's 2.5 million troops. And then Iran's got almost 1 million troops. We seem to have the smallest army in the world, but we seem to do the biggest talking and do the biggest slabbering. It's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. Honestly, I'm watching stuff from people, and I'm cringing. I'm cringing of what people are saying about our country right now. But they're not even. They feel sorry for us, but it's what they're saying about the government. It's what they're saying about the direction the government are going and how much damage they're doing to the country. Like, there's so many really intelligent people around the world coming out online and talking really frank. I'll bring one today for you, definitely. I think it's Banana Man. Bannerman, you call him. He was in jail and everything, and I think he's an advisor to Trump. I'll bring his video today. It's really interesting. He puts a British journalist right in our place. It's a nice name, Nettleship. Stacey, sorry for calling you Shelley. That's dumb, 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 dumb. Who's on Mastermind today? Where's Tulip? Because the black sea. Yeah, good one, mate. Good one. I know. Should have stuck her on the seat. Come on, come here. She's never far away. Come on. She's there. My girl. My wee morning kiss. Yes, I know you love your dad. You're just wanting fed, aren't you? You want your breakfast. You're not getting any breakfast. No, you haven't done enough walking to get breakfast. You'll end up fat. You'll end up fat, right, boy? I see you. Jealous boy. I cannot leave boy out. I'm not lifting him up because he's getting too heavy. Yes. You're getting too heavy, big boy. Far too heavy. It's okay, William. It will be another hour before he makes the coffee. I know. I'm here now. Cheers, guys. Good one, mate. Good one. Another career thrown down the tubes. Eddie cool. I wouldn't last a day if I opened up my YouTube account. I know. Got to say to everyone in the chat, this bloke deserves 100,000 subs. He's actually one of the few YouTubers that interact properly with his followers. Hat off to him. Spread the word, people. Don't spread the word, people. Sir, Bob, you've been missing. Have you missed the video? Did you not get the memo? You know, we just relax on this channel. We do not do stuff like that. We do not want 100,000 subs. It wouldn't be the same channel, please. Please, mate. It would just be totally different. I'd need to start up on our YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Just for us. You know what I mean? And just pay somebody to do the other one. No, thank you. I really appreciate. Yeah, thank you so much. Really nice words. You know what I mean? But no, you're right. Not just yet, guys. Yeah. I look like a real pussycat too. Yeah, Lucy. Yeah, most of us do look like real weak pussycats. That's the problem. That's the main problem, you know what I mean? Nobody realizes how much danger they're actually in sometimes when they're giving it all that, you know? That is the problem. Mad boy. Yeah, I'm put on a bit of weight. Mickey. Oh, Mackay, sorry, Gary. We got a class problem in this country of ours, yeah. Yeah, the problem is our class doesn't get a look in. We don't get a look in. That's the problem. You know what I mean? We get the odd random that comes out of somewhere, you know what I mean? Some wee leafy suburb somewhere on the edge of our working class area and goes, I'm working class. I'll speak for the people. Are you right? Yes, definitely. We will. I'm telling you, you know, I'm talking online. Come through, meet Lucky and the baby, and we'll go for a walk with the dogs. Definitely. And like I say, once I get wheels and all that and get things sorted out, you know, I'm still coming back from something really bad. You know what I mean? This is still trying to, I'm getting there now, but I'm still trying to find my way. So, yeah, get behind the wheel again, you know what I mean? I was going to calm down with the road rage and all that, carry on, you know what I mean? The last thing I want to do is jump in my van and head out to a town and end up jumping in the van and getting into one with some guys, you know what I mean? And then getting jailed. And the last time I seen Katie or Lucky was telling her I was away to pick up a sofa, you know? So, yeah. Good on you, Sean. Yeah, we could definitely do that. I need to work that out, so I do. Zooms. Good, Gary, good. As long as, you know, that's the main thing. You know, you're not on your own, Gary. But, you know, I feel totally the same. That's the whole point of this. You know what I mean? The whole point of it is, you know what I mean? There's no words or anything really that matters. It's just the fact that you know that you're not on your own. Yeah, Julie. Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, I've never really been that type of guy to ever let anybody walk all over me. Like, it's not nice because some people have got as many problems as I have, you know. But looking back, it's easy looking back, isn't it? I sound like Julian Clary on camera. Well, yeah, nothing wrong with that, is there, man? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have the battle done for you. At least people will recognise you. I know, I know. 4:30 this morning. 4:30 this morning, John. He's online. You know what I mean? Rallying support for the troops. Fucking still picking sleeping in my eye like fucking 2 hours later. Gio sounds like Liam Gallagher. Yeah, Lucy. Anger's triggered usually when I'm accused of something I'm not guilty of. Well, we're all guilty of that. I think most people are like that, like to be honest with you, but it's just heightened for us, you know. Is it pissing down at your bit? It's bad here. Is it this month? The clocks go forward? I don't know. I never know that. I never know that answer, you know. I just about know what dates and all that is, you know what I mean? People like us don't look up to or down to anyone. Is right. Yeah, no, you're right. You know what I mean? Yeah, I find it hard to look up to people. I really do. Like, I find it hard to, like, you know, I find it hard to meet people that fit my criteria, you know, and that's, I do, guys, I have to be honest with you, like, you know, like in relationships and meeting somebody, it's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare for me, like, it really is, like, you know, and I don't know, I've told you that before, I've just been so lucky, you know, Sammy and Katie, man, wow, you know, and like I say, I've only ever been in 6 relationships in my life, you know what I mean? Obviously, I've had one night stands and, you know, been with working girls and stuff like that, holidays and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And when I've been doing, especially when I was in Belfast, when we were doing things and moving about the world, jet setting, yeah. So working girls, you know, rather than have relationships because you just couldn't have a relationship, you know what I mean? You couldn't, if you were flying off somewhere, you know what I mean, to do stuff and you've got a girlfriend there and she's like, why can't I go with you? And you're like, because you can't say anything to them, you can't fucking tell them anything. And then it's like, again, it's a nightmare, you know, so there was never really a situation where I could even be that way, you know what I mean? I did try a couple of times, but it never worked. And then I did, fucking was really happy, and then I got 18 year. But then I met my wife, you know, and you can't make it up. Like, well, you cannot make my life up. My life is mental. I'll tell you, 2 seconds. See my glasses. So it gets 18 year. Devastated. The papers said that I think it was just drama. I don't think it was actually like this, but I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't really remember. When I got sentenced to 18 years, it was a bit of a blur, to be honest with you. You know, when listening to them say 18 years and, you know, having the family of the man that got me the 18 years, having his father sitting in the gallery shaking his head at me as if I'd done something wrong, and his fucking son had just put us all away. That was hard. So that sort of took everything else away a wee bit, you know. But the papers did say that, like, I was like gripping the thing. No, they were saying like, I was like pure shocked and was gripping the bench and all that carry on. You know, I do stand like that when I'm in court, you know what I mean? Or stand with my hands behind my back. You know, I normally stand with my arms out and hold the thing and listen to what the judge is saying, you know what I mean? So anyway, bit of a shock. Bit of a shock. So I goes in the jail and I'm just getting ready to go back to Belfast. You got to remember, I've never lived in Scotland. My home's Belfast. They've arrested me in Belfast and brought me to Scotland, you know what I mean? And I just want to get home. I just want to get home. You know what I mean? As soon as, fucking 18 year, whatever, you know what I mean? Just get me home, you know, because that's where I know I'll be all right and the jails are okay and I'll be well looked after, you know what I mean? So got my transfer in and I'm on a year on remand, remember. So I've already done a year, get a year taken off because I've done a year on remand. So I'm a year in and then another, say, just about 8-9 months. That's when I met Sammy, you know. So walked into my mate's cell, a guy's cell, I wouldn't say a mate, an associate in the jail. And I'm looking for a pen pal. I'm just looking for somebody to talk to, somebody that's close by that visits, you know, because it's shots. It's all fucking gangsters and all sorts of madmen in there, and quite a lot of guys local, like John and that. You know what I mean? It's quite local guys, Hamilton and all them sort of places, Shots and all sorts of places in Glasgow, Edinburgh, mixture. So just want a pen pal, and I walked in the guy's cell, and I'm like, there's a picture on his wall, and it says Mrs. right with another girl. Right, and she's just sitting, and she looked amazing. She looked beautiful, you know. Man, like, who's that? Pervy, just a pervy way in jail. Or who's that? And he was like, "Oh, it's my wife's mate, Sammy." I'm like, "Oh, see if she wants a pen pal." That was it. Forgot about it. Walked out the cell. Went in somebody else's cell. Can you imagine what I'm like in jail? And next thing I know, okay, and he's like, "Give me your number. Give me your number, your prison number." Now, next thing, a letter, and that was it. That was it. That was the beginning. And 3 months later, we were married. And we were married for 17 years, and it was fucking amazing. It was out of this world. I've never experienced anything like that in my life, and I was absolutely blown away. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. God was involved. I really don't, guys. But my whole life changed that day. That I can tell you now. When it's nothing against Katie and that. You know what I mean? It's like Sammy's not here anymore, and Katie is. And I can remember walking on the visit, because I was only going on photographs, you know what I mean? And she looked really, really pretty, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like, it wasn't till the visit, you know what I mean? I swear to God, like, it wasn't till the visit. And I walked on to the first visit, she came up to see me, and something happened. I just like, if you had asked me to write down a list of my ideal woman, perfect woman, everything, every detail, she was sitting on that visit. Honestly, and like I say, when we went to get married, there was all sorts of rigmarole, because they did not want me getting married. They did not want me staying in Scotland. All of a sudden they were wanting me. My transfer was through, and there was planes waiting for me, and all sorts. It was nuts, honestly. And yeah, it was like, yeah, the minister was trying to put us off, and I got to the stage where we were like, if you don't marry us, we'll just bring our own minister in, because the both of us knew exactly what we wanted. It was one of them ones, guys. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? And yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Good memories, very good memories. But it just shows you, it's a funny wee world we live in, guys. Never ever underestimate karma or underestimate what's ahead of you. No matter what situation you're in. Look at me there, 18 years in prison. And I know I'm an upbeat guy and I make the most of prison, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was a long time away. It was a long time off the street. And I am institutionalized, but I don't like going to prison. I can just handle it. Sometimes when things are tight outside and it's hard, yeah, I do think of, the easy oozy of prison, and the stress-free of prison. Yes, of course I do. But I don't want to go to prison. I love fucking freedom. I love outside. I love walking with my dogs. I love the freedom. I love looking up to the sky. I love seeing the stars at night. So, yeah, amazing. That's an amazing thing. So I'm glad to be able to share that with you. I'm glad that you know about that. I'm glad that you know that these kind of things happen to people. As far as they're concerned, I'm the worst person in the world. I got 18 years, remember. You needed to be protected from me for a long time. That's what I was put in prison for, to protect the public. I was a dangerous bad man, And how does a dangerous bad man become so lucky like that, to meet somebody so amazing in prison and then get married, It's remarkable, like, absolutely remarkable. Steve Bannon, I'm going to bring a video about him today, guys. So look forward to that. Really good. You'll like it. Yes, I've caught a wee bit of it. I bookmarked it because of yesterday, the way it was. I have bookmarked a few things. It's trying to get round to watching them all, guys. There's an avalanche of content out there. And it's brilliant. Isn't it brilliant? I mean, I'm not complaining. Sir Bob, what have you been talking about? Lucy, yeah, I do right. Some bloke once went to crack my dog. I shoved him, not knowing there was a steep bank behind him. Oh man, jeez, oh. I hope the guy's still here. I hope we're not all going to get raided in a minute. End up in a trial. Yeah. Interview was about Tommy William Stewart, South Lanarkshire, Scotland. Yeah, nice one, William. You're very close to John Rankin. You're okay, buddy. Nah, don't apologise. We're always having a laugh here, you know. Yeah, that's a common thread through the platform that, you know, and other YouTubers, you know, not to mention me. We're good. We're all good right now. But the good thing to know is if we ever did, they're all there. You know, all the YouTubers would be behind us, you know what I mean, and help us grow, you know what I mean. Yeah, John Rankin, that's right. That's right where I am. Told yous. How do you feel about more British farms slowly being transferred to the super rich? So I'm absolutely devastated. Absolutely and it's not just the super rich, it's fucking Bill Gates. And what's he doing with our ground? What is he doing with our ground? Why does he want our ground? Do you want to see how much ground he owns in America? He's buying up all the farmland. And this is why the government are doing this to the farmers, because they're trying to make the farmers sell their ground. This is all it is, and it's so blatantly obvious. And it's so frustrating. It's criminal, guys. If a man intimidated another man like the government are doing to the farmers, there would be a prosecution. That's the way I look at it logically. You know, if you pressure men into a situation where they have to give up their livelihood, that's a crime. In my eyes, that's a crime, guys. There's no other outcome for these farmers, especially the ones that own the big, massive farms. You know, the amount of tax that they've got to pay in them big farms. If you own a big farm, it's worth 10 million. Some of these farms are huge. You know, acres and acres, that ground's worth millions and millions. If you have to give that up, because it will be quite tempting selling off, wouldn't it? Especially when you've got somebody like Bill Gates wanting to give you over the asking. You know, I don't think I could hold out. I don't think I could hold out, guys. I think I would just take it. And this is what it's all about. These are talking amongst yourselves. Jogging, but they said they lost my transfer from after 9 months, and it cost me another extra year on purpose as well. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happened a lot to me in England, so it did. Thanks, Gary. Thank you for that, mate. I did, William. I did. We took so because I was a ward of court, the government owned me. Basically anything I had to do had to go through the government. And so when I was 16, I got a firearms ban, right? So I couldn't join the army. I wanted to join the army, you know what I mean? But at the same rate, near enough as soon as I turned 16, I got a firearms ban, a life firearms ban, right? So my foster dad was in the UDR. And he had loads of friends because he'd been in the army since he was 16, okay? He was now in his 40s at that time, you know? This is 1986. Right? So, no, this would have been 1987, 1988. It was after I got out. And I wanted to... So, the army were going to accept me, right? This is no word of lie. Strings were pulled to take me into the army. But we had to do it through the courts because of the firearms ban. So we needed the courts to give me a pardon or lift it to allow me into the army. And the judge said no. Judge said no. So I joined another army. I went like that to the judge. I'm joking. I'm fucking joking. Well, not really, but you know. Yeah. If there's any time in my life when I look back and think, you know, that was something would have changed. Wouldn't have went down the road I went to jail and all that. I was then. If that judge had said, you know, okay, then I wouldn't be here now. I'd probably be dead, like, to be honest with you, knowing me. Knowing me, just like the mountain, I'd be like, where are the enemies? If somebody be there and I'd be away. I know that would be me, you know what I mean? So, yeah, maybe my mum was like that. Maybe my mum had a wee bit to do, had a wee bit to do with it. Who knows? What's for you won't go by. I do believe that. Like, right, we're nearly at the bottom of the. Right, at the bottom of the comments, guys. Good. So let me just get this so it comes up live. Right, just missed two. Morning, Willow. I'll need to come back. I had my training in the Young Offenders Institute. Yeah, me too, mate. I had my training in the jail, like, in the maze, Long Cash. But nothing too extreme, no, like, fucking, you might think, you know, just a wee bit of knowledge learning and stuff, wee bit of political stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, I threw everything into that, like, you know, my country, you know, after that. But angry as well, you know what I mean? Because you know, imagine, you've heard me talk about the army and the way I was with a kid and collecting all the badges, and the soldiers used to look out for me when they were patrolling the street. Everybody knew me. I loved the army, man. You know what I mean? I loved the army so much, and it was only one direction I was going in, but nobody told me about the firearms ban. I didn't know about that, you know. Yeah, I was this close to going to the French Foreign Legion. It was something that was on my mind and playing on my mind, and really wanted to do it. Really wanted to do it, but you know, I just didn't have anybody there helping. I was always on my own, guys. You got to understand, I was always on my own. I'd never had anybody that really cared about me or was looking out for me. Everybody around me was using me for what they could use me for. Whatever what I could do for them, that's what I found in life. What people you had me for, you had me around for, what they could use me for, you know. And yeah, I never had anybody saying you're actually quite intelligent. There's something about you, you know. You're good with words, or you're good. You've got an answer for everything. There's, you know, you could do this or you could do that. Or I've never had anybody tell me anything good about myself. You know, the only good things I've had told about me is from you guys on this channel. That's the first time anybody's ever said anything good to me. And I swear on my mother's grave, I'm not fucking bullshitting you. Like, obviously, you have friends when they're drunk. You're my best mate and all that carry on, and partners and girlfriends and stuff like that. But I'm talking about nobody in my life has ever said anything positive or anything that's ever going to better my life. You know what I mean? Actually, a screw once told me that I was different than the rest of them, and I nearly fucking broke down in tears. I swear to God, like, fuck, I was only a young boy. Like, I was really young. I was in fucking Haybank, you know, and I was standing in the office, and he just said, like, and you're different. You're different than the rest. I swear to God, I swear on my mother's grave. And he fucking, you know, it was the first time in my life, because I knew I was different from the rest. I knew I wasn't a criminal. I knew I wasn't like these guys, you know. I mean, nothing against my mates and all that, but I knew I was different. I knew that. I knew I didn't belong. I didn't fit, but I'd done my best. And that screw point noticed it, you know, and it's not saying. And I've never spoke about it before. I've mentioned it once before on this channel, but I never ever spoke about that before. You know what I mean? And it's nuts that had that effect on me, and I don't understand it. You know, 16 years old, why would that affect me like that? I still don't understand it. I don't know why, you know. I'm just telling you what happened. He said that, and that's the effect it had on me. I felt myself welling up. I didn't cry, but I felt my eyes water, and you know, when you can't get a breath, that's what happened. Just because one prison officer said something nice to me. Nuts, eh? Fucking nuts. Oh, Rudolph, good to see you, mate. Good to see you again as well. Always good to see you, bro. Oh, next one. We'll need to remember that, guys. I'm not going to remember it, but you know what I mean? Good Friday. Surely one of us will remember that. We were all used as pawns in life from the government and then the authority. Yeah, we still are. We still are. Belly crawled in the mess hall. Thanks, Sir Bob. Yeah. Gary, we need to be bigger pieces on the chessboard instead of being pawns. 110%. So, Bob, Gary, the government see our silence as acceptance to their spiteful agenda against the working class. We need to alter our strategy. Please, please believe me, guys. There's no silence. There is no silence. They know. They can hear us. They are paying attention to the comments. They're paying attention to social media, X, everywhere, TikTok. You know, TikTok, look what happened to me. You know what I mean? All I'm doing is trying to get people active, trying to get people political, trying to bring people to the ballot box, trying to get people to vote. You know, trying to protect my daughter. That's all I was doing in that video. I never said nothing out there. Never mentioned Tommy Robinson's name. But yep, boom, gone. You know what I mean? You seen the red warning I had. You know, it's still up at the minute, but I reckon it'll be down by the end of the day. Once they do their reviews, everything, my TikTok will be gone. All my videos, all gone on TikTok. Obviously, I've still got them, but it's not the point. You know what I mean? Hundreds of thousands of views. You know, interacting with people just like this. You know what I mean? Maybe not as much, but still, people were looking out for my videos. And that's them trying to silence us. I started another Freedom Dad up yesterday, knowing this was coming. You know what I mean? So I'm still there. I've got another one. I've only got fucking 8 subscribers or 8 followers right now. But it'll grow like anything else. It's just like planting a seed. All I've got to do is just keep putting videos up and watch what I say. And it'll grow. You know what I mean? I just have to go back and water it every now and again. You know what I mean? I got a digging reception and 3 slaps across the face. And I hit the wing because I kept saying I wasn't guilty. Yeah, they were brutal, mate. They were brutal, man. Honestly, like, oh, man. I think they were getting their own back because of the crumb. You know what I mean? Because obviously we were in the crumb, right? We were lawless prisoners jumping about. You know what I mean? We were the wee men. We were the future of Ulster. You know what I mean? And the wee Republicans were the future of their Ireland and that. You know, and you know, we were probably a nightmare. We were probably a nightmare for the screws because we were just full of attitude. I was 16 years old in the Crumlin Road and with all the adults. You know what I mean? Guys that I looked up to all my life, guys that I'd only heard about, and I was meeting them. And they were saying hello to me. All right, wee man. And I was like, wow, he just spoke to me. You know, writing them letters, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, just spoke to me, said hello this morning. And the exercise yard, swear to God, nuts. Fucking nuts. But yeah, and then you go to High Bank and it's a totally different ballgame. Totally different ballgame. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it was a wee bit of revenge on the screws. No problem, John. But you got to remember as well, guys, these prison officers lived in fear. They lived in fear. They couldn't just live in any area. They had to walk about with guns 24/7. They had to have bulletproof cars, bomb-proof cars, because of the brutality that they served out in this prison. You know? Telling you that now. Us young men never forgot these men. You know, I still remember some of their names today. Still remember some of their faces today. Faces and places. Used to make us, and when I was a lawyer's prisoner, a young lawyer's prisoner, you know what our commanders used to tell us to do? They used to tell us to stare at the Republicans every chance you get. When they're out in exercise yard, look out your window, look at them. When they're out walking about, slopping out, look at the cracks of your doors. Remember their faces. You know, sort of God, man. You'd be at your door all day, man, just staring at them, trying to remember them, trying to pick up little bits of information, names, places, anything that they're shouting to each other, writing it down. Fucking intense, like, intense as a young boy. 16, I was on it. I was on it like a car bonnet, man, you know. I was there to be the best loyalist that you could imagine. You know, there was nothing I wouldn't have done. Nothing. I was extreme. Not going to go into it right now, but I was a bit extreme. I was fucking out there, like, you know what I mean? Shamefully, I may add, nothing hanging about this. I'm very ashamed of it. And I will cover it one day, you know, definitely I'll put it in my book or whatever I do. Quite shocking, you know what I mean? Where I got my ideas from, how I could think so extreme, you know, definitely the devil. 100% the devil seen a vulnerable young man and he was there trying his best to make me cross that line, you know. And only for the grace of God and really good commanders that I can sleep at night and I've got no shame. I think if I had done some of the things I was capable of doing, as growing up as a young man, the 16, 17, 18 onwards, I probably wouldn't be here. I couldn't live with myself today. I really couldn't live with myself, you know what I mean? And maybe talking about something and planning something is a wee bit different than actually carrying the action out. And maybe if I had been faced with the actual action, maybe I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that young man, that young freedom dad, that 16, 17-year-old man had been given the authority, the means to do something. I don't think there's anything I wouldn't have done. And I'm ashamed to say that because I was really, really broken. I was really damaged. And you have to give credit to the command structure because they could have took full advantage of me. They really could have, and they didn't. They truly didn't. Amazing. Got nothing but gratitude for some of them men because they did protect me to a certain degree. They seen the vulnerability. You know what I mean? And they're still here. Some of these men are still here, and they're good men. That tells you how good they are, you know. But not everybody agrees. My apologies for commenting so much. No. You're okay. You're okay. Do not worry about it. Comment as much as you want, guys. You know. Freedom Dad, that was the times, was it not? You're a strong man. Yeah, it was the times, mate. It was bad. You know, yeah, and it was the stories as well. The IRA were the bad men, you know what I mean? And there was all sorts of mad stories and things that was going on, and you know, and then whenever people were being unalived that you truly loved and respected in your area or in another area, somebody that you followed, you know, and they were eliminated by the Republicans, you know, to get the back of your hairs up, like, guys, you know, it made you angry, like, and the same for them, you know what I mean? Yeah, Gary, I definitely have. Grace of God, thank you, God, you know what I mean? Because the amount of stuff I've done to myself, like, you know what I mean, in positions I put myself in, I'm so lucky. So lucky. And I don't like saying lucky, just like grace. It's not luck. It's somebody's looking after me. Somebody's looking out for me, guys. There's no two ways about it. I've got some sort of protection. I really do. I walk through life with some sort of protection. I mean, people that do me harm or try to do me harm don't end up staying alive. I'm not kidding you on. I swear to God, like the list it's that scary. This is why I've been accused of murders. This is why I've been arrested for fucking unaliving and things, because they look at me and they think, nah. I swear on my mother's grave. I think about 4 girlfriends in a row, either a brother or an ex-boyfriend, have been eliminated. Like proper unalived. No natural causes. Yeah, God's definitely with me. My mother's definitely doing something, you know what I mean? And I even go as far to say, guys, is like, and I know this sounds absolutely mental, and I'm only starting, you got to understand this is a learned behaviour of me. I'm learning about me as I go forward in life, you know, and a lot of stuff is coming at me really fast right now. It's like an awakening. I can't explain it. There's like something's opened up in my head, and it's nuts. And like looking back, like I honestly say, like people that do me harm, people that hate on me, that never ends well. Something always fucking bad happens, and it's like I'm not nothing to do with it. I'm not even concentrating on it, but it just always seems to happen. And even with Katie, with them as with the horse, you know, they didn't last a month after they done that to Katie, and it hasn't ended very well for them, and it probably won't end. It'll probably keep on ending, going bad for them. I got nothing to do with it. I swear on my mother's grave, I've never made any steps to doing them any harm. Because I do truly trust in karma. And I don't know if it's something outside the scope of reality that we understand. I don't know if some of us have this in us. If we truly hate somebody, then we manifest bad things to them. I don't know what it is, you know. I don't know if every one of us have got that power. If you're a really good person and somebody does you wrong and you're in the right, and you sit and think about how bad that person is and how much you're hurt and maybe how much you would like something bad to happen to them, maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. Maybe it's just coincidence, but it's happening too much. It's all the way through my life. I could tell you story after story after story, you know. And whenever a man's getting arrested for these things, you must know that is extreme. You know, that is extreme, you know. No, William, never in my life would I ever see the coming together of unionism and republicanism. I'm still getting hate, still see it, still flying about right now. People just can't get their head around it. But, yeah, it's amazing that it makes me feel warm and cozy inside, and it makes me feel confident that my wee Lucky isn't going to experience what I've experienced. My wee Lucky's going to not understand Catholics and Protestants. She's just going to know that there's a religion called Christianity. And if she wants to follow that religion, God willing, I hope she does, it's down to her. If she wants to become a Muslim, nothing I can do about it, guys. It brings down to her. All I can do is lay the foundations and give her the knowledge and the power to go forward confidently. That's what I'm trying to do. No matter what route she takes, she's going down that road strong and confident. And she knows what she wants. She knows what direction she's going in. She isn't being pushed and pulled anywhere she doesn't want to be. That's the most important thing. That's the core of what I'm going to do with my daughter. Thank you, Gary. Right, Sean. See you later. Here I go again. There's thingy doesn't need my right, remember, guys, Sean Ray has got a YouTube channel. She started doing YouTube. I think she's done a couple now. So she's putting her face out there and she's talking. So give her a wee bit of love. You know what I mean? Give her a wee bit of love. Give her some comments. And, well done. Well done. And take a leaf out of her book, guys. There's no harm in it. Just don't look for the big YouTube channel. Don't look for the massive followers. Do it for your loved ones. Just do it to record something for time. A wee time capsule that will always be there for your loved ones when you're not here to look back on. You can start a YouTube channel and do all your videos private if you want. Just do the video, load it on that YouTube, click the wee thing where like the description and all that, and is it for kids, yes or no, and all that. And then there's a bit where you can see it goes, who can see it basically. And all mine are public. Most of mine are public. There's a couple that are private, but you can put all yours private. You get me? So only you can see them. And you can change that anytime you want. You know what I mean? And then whoever you give your password to, they have access to your YouTube. They can watch all the videos that you've got in your private collection. How amazing is that? How amazing is that, guys? So there's your reason to be doing YouTube channels right there. And it is so easy. If anybody needs any help, needs any advice, just get in contact. Just say, oh, if you're stuck at something, just give me a shout. I can screen record stuff, send you it, show you step by step. Everything is really, really easy. Please believe me. They don't make it hard. It's like the bookies. It's like these bet fucking apps. They don't make it hard to join a bet app. You can join a betting app like that. But you try and join a stock market or a currency exchange or any sort of, anywhere you can make money, but you need to have a wee bit of it. And really difficult to get started, really difficult to get on the stock market, really difficult to get into trading and currencies and gold and silver, really difficult. But to open up a bet account, anybody can do it in 5 minutes. You understand? So they're good at taking money off us, but they're not good at letting us have money. So always remember that all these platforms are easy peasy to join and set up and start growing and doing your own stuff. Are you talking to me, John Capone? Or is that to somebody else? Would the government not help you build your channel? It's all good stuff you put out, man. I really appreciate that, mate. Maybe the next government, we'll see. I don't think for ads will have much flavour for me. Rudolph, that coffee's cold by the way, guys. Out, bro. You keep up the good work and your voice is good enough for me. Being a face is the opposite of being cuddly. Being a face is the opposite of being cuddly. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again. We'll always be here. We'll always be floating about, and you'll always be able to get in contact with us. Just a thought, man. Yeah, I like thoughts like that. I have thoughts like that, John. You know what I mean? I have thoughts that, one day Tommy Robinson will be the leader of Great Britain, with, James Cahill his right hand man, you know. You know, Trump giving up America and coming over and being our finance minister, you know. I have so many dreams. One day, maybe one day, you never know. We don't know what's around the corner, do we? Look what's happening in America. Can you imagine what it's like for the YouTubers over in America? Can you imagine what it's like for the social media? I'll bring us down so you can see our tulip. Look at her. What's she like? How's she even comfortable? Honestly. Right. Okay. She's a baby, isn't she? Eh? Isn't she like... You've got to say, I'm so lucky, aren't I? Like, I really am a lucky guy. I really am. You know, you ask for a baby, you get up. I get wee lucky. You know, I ask for a dog, I get wee tulip. You know, I ask for a mother for my baby, and I get Katie, one of the most amazing women I know. You know, so young as well. You know what I mean? And so amazing, absolutely amazing. And Lucky's going to be so lucky. She really. That's why I call her Lucky. That's really it is. You know, I really do look at her and think, wow, me as your dad, Katie's your mum. You know what I mean? Oh wow. You know, it's every child's fucking dream come true, I think, you know what I mean? Because we're so good and laid back and happy, but yet we still know the dangers of life because of what we've both been through, you know what I mean? You know, I know I say, you know, Katie's been through childhood abuse as well, you know, and she doesn't mind me telling you because she's not keeping nothing a secret. She's no hiding what's happened to her because the guy, the foreigner that done it, was let off with an unconditional discharge. The judge said she thought he'd been through enough. You know? 12 years old, Katie was. And this man got a conditional discharge. So, yeah. That's made her who she is. She knows life. She knows what life's about. She knows exactly what's ahead. She's not going to be fooled by nobody going forward. And I wasn't even that clued up at that age. You know, all right, yes, I was doing my second sentence at 22. I was in the middle of I was already done 3 years. I was in the middle of a 6, you know, and I was the biggest man around. Nobody could tell me anything. You know what I mean? I was a grown-up man. 22, you know, I really was. Like, you know, nobody could tell me nothing. And, yeah, but I know that how vulnerable and childish I was, really, like, you know, how gullible I was, you know, and Katie's none of that, like, Katie's none of that. Katie got her bike back. Katie got her own bike back. You know, she made me feel, I felt shit. I'll be honest with you guys, you know, because I was brokenhearted because she loved her wee bike. And, you know, there was a couple of reasons I didn't want to fucking hurt people. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go down that road. I didn't want to start going on about it because I've got mates that would hurt people, you know, for me. I have, you know what I mean? And I would never, ever involve my mates in anything. I never use my friends to fight my battles. Please believe me, never, ever. There's not a man out there can ever say, I phoned him up and say, I need help. There's not one man in this world can say I've ever done that. Because I value my friendships a lot more than just phoning them up to fight my battles. And I've always been like that. And yeah, and also as well, I don't like the fucking bike. It's a motorbike. I don't want my baby's mama on a motorbike. I say to you, you're going to go out here one day and not come back. You got a baby to think about. It's not just me anymore. You know, because I'm angry. I don't. She doesn't need that. She can get a wee car or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, she got her bike back. Yeah, no messing about, like. So yeah, fair play to you. Yeah, impossible, John. We all dream like that, keeps the spirits up. What do you think of Paul Thorpe getting to meet with JD Vance? Impossible or possible? What do you think? Yeah, I think it's semi-impossible, but he might be able to angle it somehow. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't seen JD Vance on many podcasters, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? So that's the only way I'm looking at it. It's nothing to do with Paul. It's just a vice president thing, you know what I mean? I think they're very choosy about what platforms they go on. Yeah, no, William. Yeah. Yusuf is a British Muslim patriot from Bells Hills, Lanarkshire, according to WikiLeaks. Wow. There's a new one in it. I'd love to see it happen, but unfortunately, I don't think he can pull it off. Very nice to see, though. Yeah, it's definitely so. I hope he is, mate. So I've still got my steak. Holding off, man, because right. So I got my steak 2 days ago. Jack the date, everything's good, and so Katie's had dinner twice this week around here. So made her dinner last night. We had spicy chicken and chips with spaghetti hoops. I opened the spaghetti. I thought it was tin of beans, and I've unopened the tin, with a tin opener, and I'm like, I thought it was maggots or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was spaghetti hoops. I'm like, oh well, spaghetti hoops it is, then. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. John Giles, very good. Sir Bob, perhaps a case of keeping your friends close, but your enemies closer. That's a very good saying. I've always done that. Like, I've always done that. I've always been a that kind of guy. Like, you know, you don't have to put as much work in with your friends because they're your friends. You know what I mean? But people that do you harm or want to do you harm, you need to pay a wee bit more attention to them. You know, depending on what your lifestyle's like as well. My problem I had in Northern Ireland, to be honest with you guys, I mean, I did have problems, like because of who I was, you know what I mean? Because of the position I was in, a lot of people couldn't understand it. You know, people couldn't understand why this wee orphan boy was in such a position. You know, a lot of guys who thought they were better than me, thought they were better paramilitaries, better, I don't know, older guys as well, I suppose. You know what I mean? And obviously when you're in this kind of work and not kind of when you're doing these kind of things in Northern Ireland, you're not running about telling everybody what you're doing. You're disappearing and you're coming back, and you're disappearing, you're coming back, and you don't talk to nobody. You know what I mean? You only talk to people that you need to talk to about it. Need to know. You know what I mean? But most people haven't got a clue. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And I can't turn around these people and say, well, I'm doing this, that, and the other. That's why I'm here. That's why you're there. You can't say none of that. You've just got to take the flak. And it was difficult. I had people wanting to shoot me. They did. Other guys, different battalions and shit like that, weren't happy with me running about robbing banks and couldn't understand how I was getting away with it. You know what I mean? Allegedly. And a couple of other things, and yeah, I think every time they've put a thing out, they get me shot. It's been knocked back by the people above them. And I don't think they could really understand that. That's what I sort of took from it all, you know what I mean? And it was dangerous. It was a dangerous way to live, you know what I mean? But that was the way I lived. That was who I was. I wasn't there for glory. I didn't want people seeing me and knowing all about me, you know what I mean? I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable going out and enjoying myself in my own areas, spending money and being flamboyant. That's why I went to Scotland and Liverpool and places like that for the weekend and came back and business as normal, you know what I mean? As a taxi driver and stuff. But yeah, there's been lots of problems in life. Sir Bob, I've been invited to the big weekender Freedom Dad by someone I know. He tells me you drink till you drop. I told him I'm 51 and can't handle alcohol anymore. I can't. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been thinking about getting a wee drink here and there. Me every now and again. I'm thinking, get a wee pint, but this can't be asked. You know what I mean? And then when I do, like before I stopped drinking completely, I was at that stage where I was, fuck it, wee pint, because it's socially that's what you're used to. Your mates are at the pub. Oh, you want a pint? And I'm like, fuck it, going in. And then I take a couple of drinks of the pint. I'm like, why did I do this? And no, I don't even like this. This is fucking horrible. You know what I mean? You're forcing it down you. Everybody knows what their first pint's like. It's horrible. And then once you get a wee bit drunk, you're down on them, and it's not good. It's not good. Stick to what your body tells you. If your body's telling you, nah, I'm not liking this, just stop it. Say, listen, I've got better things to do right now. Yeah, no, he's plastering. I've seen it. Ceilings, walls, a lot, all taped off, ready to go. Said to him, like, I couldn't do plastering. Too sore on my neck, my shoulders. the big weekend there in Belfast. I don't know that. I've never heard of that. I thought you were talking about the Madness thing. You know, they do a weekend there in Butlins, don't they? I've seen a wee roll up. Sorry, baby. Who's that? Happy days. Yeah. So, just waiting for Katie. See what she's up to today. Spending more time with the horse, so I'm getting more time with baby, which is good. Which is good. Had a good wee day with her yesterday, guys. Took her out a couple of times. Took her to the shop. Like showing her off, you know what I mean? And she was wide awake. Trying to get her to sleep. She wouldn't sleep. Doesn't want to sleep with her dad. She's quite happy. Her dad keeps her busy. You know, guys, as well, about the drink, like, any of stop drinking, man, never, ever, ever forget how lucky you are, you know? There's no two ways about it. Alcohol is poison. It poisons our body. No doubt about it, you know? Spirits. You set alight the spirits. It's like petrol. It's fuel. You can basically run motors and engines off spirits. You can use it as fuel. You know, you're drinking it. And it's because our society says it's good to drink. It's socially acceptable to drink. Yeah, no, William. Yeah, I can tell you exactly my first drinks. I can remember walking down the road as a wee 12, 13, I don't know what age it was, with my mates, with the tins of harp. You know what I mean? We all got money to get our bottle of tins of harp, and we're all swaggering down the Woodstock Road in East Belfast. And I'm at the back pouring mine out. I could not stand the stuff. I really couldn't. And yeah, I didn't like it. So as young men, we went on the spirits, you know, like Southern Comfort, Bacardi and Coke, all them nonsense ones, you know what I mean? Who's this? Who's off? All right, Sir Bob, thanks for popping in. Really good to see you. Really good to hear your chat. Don't worry about it, honestly. Like I say, there's everybody can chat. This is a good number for us, you know. Hello, Precious. Good morning. Is it still good? Is it still morning? Yes, we've got 15 minutes to this afternoon. I'm just going to nip upstairs and grab the other phone so I can message Katie. I am good. I'm good. Considering everything that's going on, yeah, all good. Like, mental health is good, socially good. I'm eating well. Relationship with Katie, baby's mum's well. Relationship with baby's amazing. Relationship with Katie's family is amazing. Nobody's bothering me, got no trouble, no hassle. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is, I'm really, really fortunate right now that he's found me in a time of life where I can't say anything negative, you know. I've got my wee gripes here and there and little concerns about certain things, maybe my health or whatever, but in a whole, this is the best I've ever been, you know, so. Yeah, used to say hello. I'm going to go up and get the other phone so I can give Katie a wee message, just in case she's trying to get hold of me, because I've seen something come up. I'll get put up a few messages floating up, so I do when I'm on lives. Right, chew up. Right, put that there. Come here, Chew. Come here. Up you get. Up. Come on, up you get. You can get up yourself. Come on, up. Come on, up you get. Come on. You are lazy. You're so lazy, honestly. Sit there. Right? Right, sit there. Daddy won't be long. Kiss. Right? Be a good girl. You're alive. Hello? Have they all been talking to you? Eh? Been getting messages. Are you taking over, are you? Huh? You taking over? Right, budge up. Oh. Well, you are worse than me. Honestly, you are worse than me. Right. Better. Okay, just going to send a message. Two seconds, guys. Spring is finally here, everybody. Yes, I'm seeing the daffodils popping up. Right. Okay, if Katie's watching, I've just sent you a message on Messenger. Right, okay, let's get this back to normal. Did I do top chat? Yeah, that's it. So it should just flow now. So it should. Catch you in the next live. Good man. See you soon. So, yeah. So I think my TikTok's gone. I'm scared to even go back on it to look because I'll be so angry. You know, but I had a final warning, you know what I mean? And then I've just got a video taken down. So I don't know if it warrants getting banned. I imagine it does, like you get on a final warning. Yeah, I'm hearing that, Precious, but I would take it with a pinch of salt until we know best, you know, at the end of the day. It's just, nobody really knows what the government's next move is, you know, everybody's assuming and thinking the worst, you know, and I suppose it's not a bad way to be, is it, you know? Banned, I know, mate. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But so, yeah, I'm not really wanting to comment on it, guys, because I don't, you know, I'm not going to assume stuff and, you know, I mean, I just don't want to talk about it. His team will make a statement, correct. Yep, his team will make a statement. We've got to rely on Tommy Robinson's team to keep us all up to date and, you know, anybody else that says anything. I didn't really like Andre Walker's post, you know, his video. Didn't like that at all. I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it, you know what I mean? Because I know what he's like, you know what I mean? The kill shot, you know, imagine saying that, you know what I mean, out loud. But I suppose at the same time it brings awareness, you know what I mean? But I just think unless you know exactly, if you got inside information or you're part of the government, then you don't really know what's going on. And throwing videos out willy-nilly just to, you know, with headlines like that, you know, it's not right. Not right, but they're all different. All YouTubers are different. They've all got a different goal, different idea. They all think different. Some think that they're huge stars, you know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. Like in YouTube, it's anybody can be a star on YouTube. You know what I mean? This is what's good about it. You know, it's up to the people. It's down to the people to choose. You know what I mean? It's not like our TV where you've only got a selection of like 4 or 5 decent channels. You know what I mean? Well, not decent channels, but we only ever have everything's good. She's watching her live. She's watching us, guys. Say hello to Katie, everybody. I don't know if she can see the comments or not, but no, it's all online. It's like it's on TikTok. So when I go on the TikTok, my video will go all dark and it'll say, and I've done something, you know, and then they'll leave a wee notification saying they've taken your video off because it goes against their guidelines, you know. So, and then you get so many chances, and then I was on final warning, as I showed you. So I don't know where that leaves us, like, to be honest with you guys, I really don't. But like I say, I'm not going to stress out about it, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is what it's about. You know, we're all going to get this. It's going to happen to more and more people, and it's going to, I think, happen a bit more frequent. And you're all going to be pretty shocked that the amount of YouTubers are going to be taken down. I reckon, like, this is the way. The government have got to reply somehow. They've got to try and stop us telling the truth. You know, the worst thing that they need right now is us constantly telling everybody exactly what they're doing and highlighting all their sins, you know, and they've got the power to stop us. So I think they are going to use that power, you know what I mean? And that's just the way they are, you know. But like I say, we just got to keep plodding away. We've got to use whatever outlet we can, whether it's online or on the street, you know. I think when they start banning people, they're going to see people coming out on the street. You know, you're going to be walking about your city centre and you're going to see patriots standing, you know, talking, saying what's going on in the country and making people aware of what's happening and asking them to go and check this out, go and watch that. You know, come off BBC, Sky News, they're lying to you. Have facts and figures ready for them, you know. Because people would be interested to know, if you're standing there with a board saying you're being lied to by the establishment, ask me. You're going to get people going, what's this about? You know? If you can get 10 people a day, you know, 70 people a week, you know what I mean? 340, 331, 310 people a month, I think it is, you know? So it's definitely worth thinking about. It's going on the street and, like, not like preaching, but warning people of what's coming. Telling people the facts and the figures of what's going on and why the government are lying to you and keeping it quiet, you know. I think it's the most important thing, what we've got. I think that's the main goal of most people, I believe, should be, as patriots, is to warn other people, you know. Yeah, you know, like I say, I'll do what I need to do to protect my girl, to get awareness around where I am or wherever my girl living. I'm going to make sure that, you know, people are aware of what's coming and how to protect themselves and whatnot, you know what I mean? And hopefully other countries like Scotland and Northern Ireland are paying close attention to England and the rhetoric of the Islamophobia and the laws that they're trying to bring out, so you can't criticise or complain about anything any of these men do in the future. You know, that's, hopefully other people are paying attention to that, because I know everybody around the world is paying attention to that right now. And like I say, it's the biggest threat we've got at the minute. You know, that's 100 times, 1,000 times bigger threat than Russia will ever be to us. That's the truth, you know. Our government say that we've got free speech, but yet they took RT off our channels. You know, surely we should have the choice to choose whether to watch something or not. Surely we're big enough, you know, and old enough to make a choice of whether we want to flick on a channel or not. I don't think the government have got a right to tell us that we can't watch something, you know, and that's not freedom of speech. And that's what they're doing. That's what everybody can see, you know what I mean? Never mind all the people who are in prison, and never mind Tommy Robinson and what they've done to him. You know, there's a lot people are watching, there's a lot people are saying, and we are the main focus of the world. Everybody around the world, all the Muslim countries, everybody is watching Britain and the way Labour are treating their citizens. They're all intrigued to see how far they'll actually get in the persecution of their citizens, in the silencing of the majority of the country, so they can pander to one smaller community. People are totally amazed that they've got away with it for so long and they're still doing it. You know, I mean, I'm blown away that there's 1,000 boats come in because I know whatever there is coming in boats, there's 10 times that coming in elsewhere. You know, um, 400 in a day. You know, how is that happening? You know, we're going about protecting Ukraine's border. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? You know, we're sending all our troops to Ukraine, you know what I mean? And we're rallying people around Europe to protect the border from Europe, to protect the Ukraine's border from the Russians, to protect us from the Russians. I've got Russian people living all around me, and they're amazing. They don't create any cause of concern for me at all, or for me or my daughter, not one bit. And I don't look twice at them. Hello, how you doing? All right, you know, we have our chats about our different things, our football or whatever. But that's it. You know, they're just workers. They're just getting on with it, starting their families, you know, enjoying our community. Yeah, I think the government's got it all wrong, you know, about protecting borders. You know, I don't, doesn't make any sense. Our borders are wide open, but yet we're away over there worrying about somebody else's border. It's crazy. But this is what the world see. This is what the world are looking at right now. This is the world are watching everything Labour are saying. They're watching Labour read everything. And they know that it's not him that's writing it. So everybody's starting to ask, who is actually writing all this stuff for Labour? Who's actually telling Starmer to go down this road? Why are all these European leaders coming out and saying the exact same thing? These are all leaders from different countries. How can all these different leaders say the exact same thing on tweets? Surely there must be like individuals amongst there. And then the other question you've got to ask is, so if everybody's reading out the same tweet, so they're all in the same script, do you not think it's really important that we find out who's writing the script? That would be the biggest question that needed asked, because we're seeing the evidence that somebody's writing the script. You don't get like 12 leaders coming out and saying the exact same words and not think that somebody else has wrote it. It's not like they're all copying each other. These all came out in one go. Boom. That's, nobody's paying enough attention to that, I don't think, really. Like, it's very strange. Very, very strange. And I want to know who's writing these. Who's in charge? Who's writing who's writing these speeches and statements? You know, who's steering the boat for Britain? That's what I want to know. It's not Labour. I'm 59. John Jazz, I'm 59, wondering if I can say certain things. I know, it's nuts. Yeah, well, I've started another one, but I don't know how much effort I'll put into it, mate. You know, because it's like, I do try and tell people just keep plodding away, but it is hard not knowing what to say. If you don't know what you're not able to say, you can't do it. It's impossible. You know, basically, if you're a patriot, you know what I mean? You're getting attacked. And obviously, I've got people there watching every video now, because that was up 10 minutes, and I put the video up on another TikTok, the other TikTok, and it's still up. Nobody, TikTok haven't touched it. Because I put it up on my other TikTok first, to test the waters, and it was no problem. And then I put it up on TikTok last night, and the video was taken down this morning. So obviously, people are reporting me. We've got far left activists watching every video, every word, and sitting down, writing down what they think they can use to get my video taken off. Because once they complain to TikTok have got to take action. So that's the problem we've got, guys, at the minute. You know, this is who the government are using to attack us, because they can't attack us directly, you know. So they are using these agents, you know. You all know who they are, the usual suspects, the students, hope not hate, end racism, trade unionists, you know, all sitting there hunting down YouTubers like me to watch for any slip up, so they can either send the police to my door or try and get a video taken down. But you know, that's all they got the balls to do. That's it. You know, out of everybody in the world, out of everything I've been through in life, these characters are easily the least people I fear, that I would ever fear. That's how pathetic they truly are. And I'm not like throwing out hatred and all that. I'm being genuine. They're disillusioned human beings. They've got no proper stance in life. They're just following other people. You know, they're not taking any decisions for themselves. You know, and they hate their mummy and daddies. You know, because you can guarantee all their mums and dads are right wing, and this is what pushes them. This is what drives them. You know, they look at me and they see their dad. You know what I mean? They do, like, and they're like, ah, fucking report, report, report. Swear to God, honestly, like, and but that's the hate it. You know, um, I've seen them, been there face to face. You know, seen them all. I'll bring a video as well. I'll maybe I'll add that on the video today that I do today when I get time. I'll probably put it up this evening, so I will. And I'll bring that video about Bannon and some of the things he's saying, the facts that the truths he's spitting, you know. And I'll bring the other video I'm wanting to show you of the far left. And yeah, that's my position and all that, guys. Yeah, no, TikTok, yeah. Well, one of our friends, Talger, yeah, he know what he got a comment removed for? He called my baby a wee cracker, and TikTok took the video down, took the comment down. You know, and I understand in some parts of the world that cracker maybe means a white person, from what I gather in America, maybe. But like, you know, you'd think they'd be intelligent enough to know that cracker means really nice, you know, beautiful, amazing, you know. But this is where we're at with TikTok, guys. So that's how difficult it is, you know, very difficult. Yeah, Precious, yeah, you're right there. Do not worry about it. It's something the left have cooked up. Okay, Eddie. See you later, son. Okay, John, you go and chill. We're good now. I'm just waiting for orders from Katie. Yeah, mental AC. Sean Ray. I think it's Sean Ray. It is Sean Ray. Yeah. That's the name of our YouTube channel, guys. Sean Ray. So all you got to do is click on the icon. If you want to go to anybody's YouTube channel, click on the face, click on their name, and that'll take you straight to their channel, and you can subscribe. I know. You can't make it up, Precious. You really can't. I know, John R. I'm subscribed. You covered some good stuff. Laters, man, and everyone. John Rankin, I need to look at that. You need to tell me when you're doing stuff, because, you know, you got to understand Mike's general conception with YouTube and my followers, you guys, is that you are just commenting and you have the YouTube channel to just get involved and react to stuff. I don't know that you are doing channels and like proper channels unless you tell me, because there's that much. But once I get onto your channel and watch one video, that's it. I'll get the rest of them. They'll come up, you know, they'll get recommended. OTT, TikTok, OTT. I don't know what the O is. You got me there, like, you got me there. Oh, I'm thinking over the top TT, over the top TikTok. That actually goes well, doesn't it? Over the top TikTok. I don't need to touch it there. I upload great footage to Tommy and got a violation on TikTok. Harmless video. Yeah, no, I've got a few like that. I've had loads like that, you know, and sound taken off. Yeah, I done a video. Do you know what video? One of the videos got the sound taken off. A video I done about Stormer and the boats and how there was no, oh, what do you call them? I was going to say grooming gangs are, man. Jeez, oh. There was no people smugglers. There was no smugglers. Honestly, that's all that I've got it up on YouTube. They took the sound off it. Honestly, can't make it up. Right. Well, that's okay, man. That's okay. That's what it's about. Well done, mate. Well done doing that. Yeah, it's just sad because I have met quite a lot of people on TikTok, and I did start on TikTok. TikTok was where I started, guys. You know what I mean? And it grew. Somebody shared it, and one of my videos went fucking mental. And then I thought I'm going to stick it up on YouTube, you know, and then the YouTube just grew. And then YouTube thought, no. Oh, not allowed. Your voice is too loud. People are listening to you, like, and that was the end of that sort of thing. And I've just been sitting marking time at 3,000, between 3,500 to 4,000 views, you know, or followers, subs, and, you know, pick a wee sub up now and again. And that's what YouTube do, you know. If I was to do a YouTube on Tulip and just do videos of Tulip every day, I'd probably be sitting at about 50,000 subs. Could have it monetized and be making money. Good. But we're not here for Tulip, you know. Well, I am. I'm here for Tulip because Tulip's going to be Lucky's wee right-hand girl. I'm just picturing the two of them. Hearing Tulip and Lucky run about together, you know, it's quite nice. You know, because Tulip's still young. She's only 3,4. So, yeah, they're going to grow up together as long as I look after her, right? Hey, my girl. It's quite cozy there. Hey. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? You want to go out for a walk? You want to go out? Do you want to go out? Oh, you always want to go out. He always wants to go out. I've just seen that pop up, but I need to see that again. Over the top. Yeah. Heard of Discord? Yes, I have. I've heard a lot about Discord, so I have. And I have been playing about with the idea of maybe joining it and stuff like that. And there's some videos from Dover. Brexit means exit. It's funny with Antifa on the Unwatched 2019, I think. I'll need to have a wee look. I'll need to get a wee look. But yeah, I've been toying with the idea, like, but I think I would need to get help. I'd need to get help, guys, you know what I mean, to do something like that, you know. And like I say, guys, if any of you want to do stuff like that with my stuff, you're more than welcome. You know, if you want to start up something on Discord and just copy my videos, or even set up a way where I can send you my videos and you can just throw them up and just have a Freedom Dad appreciation or a Freedom Dad whatever, you know what I mean, or Freedom Dad fan or fucking whatever you want to do. You don't even have to put my name in it, you know. My stuff is free. That means you can use it, you know, and do what you want, guys. If you want to make a few quid, make a few quid. I'm not here to knock you. You know what I mean? I won't be letting other people do it. Like, I wouldn't just let somebody from the left come in and start making money. I'd fucking, you know, please believe me. But you guys are more than welcome to do what you want, you know, as long as it's for the cause. And not just because you're skint. Yeah, I've been saying that, guys. You know, get on the British Lee, Patriot. Amazing video he's just put out. Absolutely amazing. And it's no words need spoken. You just need to watch the video. And that's it. Explained in a nutshell. That is why Russia are the aggressors. No more reason. You don't need another reason to understand what's going on over there and why our government are behaving the way they're behaving. They're just outright bullies. That's all they are. They're just bullies picking on Russia. That's all everybody can see around the world right now is a load of horrible wee men, horrible little tiny wee countries with no armies, all getting together to bully another country. You know, we can see why Russia went into Ukraine. It's totally explainable. Rights or wrongs, that's for bigger and more intelligent men to discuss. You know, but logically looking at it, you know where I stand. Reddit is so toxic, loads of bullies comments. Yeah, I don't know none of that, you see, so I don't really do it. I don't go on it. I know nothing about it. Yeah, X is all right, guys. You can grow X and you can do well in X. I don't do great in X, you know what I mean? But you can. If you really put your mind to it, you can be great at anything. You really can. I just don't have the time and energy, guys. You know what I mean? I can do this a couple of days, a couple of hours a day and stuff, and interact, and then I've got to focus on Lucky and me and the dogs and keeping me going right. And because it's you know, coming on here and talking to you guys, you know, it's a moment of like I'm happy and everything's brilliant and I'm relate. You can relate to me, I relate to you. It's like being with your mates in the pub. You know, it's like everywhere and everybody. Nobody's got time. Nobody's interested. Okay, it's down in England. I don't want to know. Oh, fuck the English. You know what I mean? You get a lot of that up here. Or people generally don't care. They don't see what the dangers, you know what I mean? So it's good for me just to come in here and see like-minded souls who agree with me. And I know I'm not mad. I know I've got genuine concerns. I'm not being hateful. I'm trying to keep everything as logical as possible. I'm not shy and telling you how much love I have for Muslims. I'm not shy and telling you how much love I have for Catholics. You know, there's no hate on this channel at all. I'm not here to hate. You know, I'm here to look after my daughter. And unfortunately, what my government are doing is putting my daughter in harm in the future. There's no two ways about it. You know, I can see what these men are expecting from us down in England, the way they're behaving. I can see how the government are pushing it, how they're trying to make it a dominant thing over us. I can see the two-tier, how their communities are getting let off. Anybody on the left are walking free from court, they're getting bail, but you're struggling to get them to go to court just to allegedly break a policewoman's nose on camera, and you're struggling to even get them into court. And that's the future my daughter's going into. That's the future of Britain. That's the foundations that they're laying down. There's only one thing goes from that. That's them, not us. And that's why I'm here. And I try and keep it as plain as possible. In layman's terms, it's not hard. It's no complicated. You know, politics isn't complicated right now. You know, we have got a democracy. We have got a certain amount of freedom of speech. You know, but how long is that going to stay? How long are we going to keep that for? How worse will it get? You know what I mean? What happens if Labour find a way of staying for another 4 years? Where are we going to be in 8 years? It's fucking terrifying. It really is terrifying as a father. And that's just the truth, you know what I mean? And some people might say, well, that's because of your mental health. You know what I mean? Well, whether it's because of my mental health or not, still being triggered by my government. Is that his name? Mark Heath? He's probably paid, or he's probably a troll, or he's probably a bot. I'll screenshot that and have a look for him. Mark Heath, I'll have a wee look for him. I wouldn't get involved with him, like, I wouldn't bother. You know, I really wouldn't, because they're letting themselves down. They're putting stuff down that's going to be there forever. They're making themselves known going forward, and they're leaving stuff behind in history, but they're going to be on the wrong side. And even though right now there's not a lot we can do, one day there will be a government in power that are going to be on our side. And maybe when that day comes, these people won't be so loud, and they'll probably start to worry. Yeah, the two-tier pressure is, it is, and it's concerning for anybody bringing a family up in Britain right now, if this is what they're doing and the way they're behaving. You know, there's no need for it. It should be fair. Yeah, it's appalling. It's like, I mean, I get 18 years for bank robberies where nobody got hurt. You know, just stealing money from the bank. You're lucky if they get 3-4 years for what they do. The odd extreme case, they're getting 20, 18, maybe 16, 17 years. Very extreme cases when so many people are looking at them, they've got to do something, they've got to give a token. But in general senses, it doesn't go any further than 6 years. That's the average of what these men are getting in prison, is around about 6 years downwards. That's not fair. You can't do that. That's not right. Good, Giovanni. That's good to know. Yeah, it's good to know. We need to pay attention to the rest of Europe. I'm hoping that they're all going to wake up to who Starmer and Macron truly are, and the damage that they're trying to do to their countries. It's horrible to watch. It's horrible to watch two men like that, the way they get on. All that cuddling and touching and rubbing each other's backs and walking, touching shoulders and all that. It's like, that's not right. There's something not right there. That's very weird. Very strange. And I think it's quite funny that Trump mentioned Starmer's wife. I think there was a lot more to that than people realise. I really do. You can let yourself go down a wee rabbit hole there. And remember, every single thing Trump says there's a reason behind it. He's a very shrewd man. And he can insult you by praising you, but it's personal. Whatever's going on between them two, whatever Trump knows about Starmer and who he truly is, I think it was a dig. And he goes, yeah, and his wife, really nice wife. What? Everything that's going on at the minute, you're talking about his wife? Very, very interesting, isn't it? Because some people say that he's the other, isn't he? And the whole thing's a farce, a wee bit like Schofield, you know what I mean? Very strange, very strange. But you can take what you want from it, you know what I mean? It's just here saying it, and a lot of people are saying a lot of things about him and what he's been doing, and not a very savoury man, not a very moral man from what people are saying, and yeah, I don't think, if a man behaves like that, I don't think you should be trusting him at all. Good man, John. Yeah, I'm going to get a shave today as well, guys. Freshen up before baby comes round and get the dogs out. I don't know what the plans are, what time she's going at. I'm looking forward to the summer. We're lucky. I'm looking forward to getting out in the summer with her. Two seconds, John Rankin. I will do that right now. I'm running out of battery. The phone's terrible. It's really old. It's like old school. Proper, one of the first iPhones. Right, so Tommy. There we go. 2 seconds, guys, and I'll read this out to you. No, battery's gone. Sorry, guys, battery's gone. Nightmare. So yeah, I'll get a wee look when I come off. So Tommy's team has put out a post about him being in salary for 130 days. Let's hope things change soon, guys. Fingers crossed. Keep praying. Keep praying. God has the power to release him. God has the power to get him out. I promise you, he has. If enough of us are praying for his release, Yeah, Bluebell, me too. Me too. There was a couple of 3 things that jumped out at me that I think everybody's just scared to pick up, you know what I mean? Because it is far out there, but I just go with what everybody's saying and all the wee gossip about him, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've heard that as well, that it's all just for the cameras and stuff and an optical illusion, And I don't even know what they make of Macron and his missus. I don't know what's going on there, like. I really don't. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like really weird. Trudeau as well. All very strange men. The strangest men I've ever came across in life. They truly are. I've never met men like that. I really haven't. I've never experienced these men before, I suppose you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't meet these men in your life, in our lives. We wouldn't have come across men like that. Why would we? It's nuts. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys, you know what I mean? Because we've had a good beat chat. We early morning one, and we change. I just hate going because if people just come on and just, oh yeah, and then we're leaving, and it's, you know, but it's going to be different times to try and do to catch different people. To try and suit everybody, you know what I mean? And like I say, I do send out messages and that to let as many as you know. But I know quite a lot of people will catch the live later on and maybe have it on in the headphones or in the car or something. Just, you know, I don't see why or how, you know, I don't get it myself, you know, be honest with you guys, I really don't, you know. But it is nice. It is nice to know we've got this wee community, and it is really nice for me. I've now got to do a shitload of housework, mopping and dishes, dogs, and shower and shave. I'm going to do all that before Katie comes around and plops a baby in my lap. Got to get all that done. Can't have that lying like that when I'm doing my nothing. But so I'm going to say cheerio to you all. He's going to say cheerio to each other. And we will never be far away. He's going to always catch up on the comments on my videos. I'm going to check out X when I come off here. John Rankin, that's a man. The French First Lady. Trump has to know everything. It's his job and he's good at it. Bye again, everyone. Freedom Dad, take care, stay safe. Everyone always, yeah, everyone take care. I'm not going to go see your names. You know, because I don't like leaving people out, guys. I really don't. But mind to keep in touch with Paz, British Loarderer, you know, all our YouTubers, guys. And throw some love down in mine. How we look at that one, I got taken off TikTok. Just trying to rally the troops, trying to get more people involved. There's not enough people involved in politics. We should, our youth, our young should start to be looking at politics now and thinking, could I do a better job? Could we do a better job? That's what I want our young to start looking. I want them to start looking at our government and going, could we do better? You know, I mean, people, young men and women who are having children, you know, because anybody can be a politician. Anybody. It's just down to the people. The people have the choice, not the government, you know. And yeah, we've got people out there that could do a lot better job than these men and women, you know. So I think we all know that. So all my love, guys. Have a really good Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. I hope everything's going good for you. If it's not, hook me up, let me know, and we can have a chat. Okay? And like I say, there's 1,000 solutions, not 100, 1,000 solutions to every single one problem. Never forget that, you know. Never forget it. All my love, guys. Take care, and God bless.